Adult Insights is brought to you by Yapo Dollars, the video-on-demand program optimized to earn you more. It's easier to avoid the traps if you know where the tripwires are. Here are some common mistakes that any adult webmaster should avoid making.
Some of the worst mistakes newbie webmasters make is the thought or the that is a get-rich-quick scheme, or you're gonna get all these chicks and you're gonna be some big pimp daddy. It's a very serious business with a lot of money going around, but it takes time to develop.
To make a free site with Yahoo Site Builder and put it on a like an AT&T Homepages host and expect that you're going to make some money off of that. That would be the worst mistake that I ever heard somebody saying that they wanted to do yesterday at the bar. The more common worst newbie mistake is to not realize that there's many different types of adult websites. Some are pay sites, for example, some are review sites, some are TGPs, and your strategy for how you're going to go about developing the different sites are completely different. There's no one answer for how to run an adult website because there's so many different kinds of adult sites. Figure out which type of adult site you want to do, then ask questions.
They forget to create themselves. Actually, this is an article I did for ADN where you play with yourself, brand yourself, especially if you are going to be online or at shows. If you are in any way going to be exposing yourself, dealing with the customers, the affiliates, or whoever, find your name, stick to it. That way when you migrate from, let's say, one company to another, you're still that good contact.
Design, they tend to follow a creation in their mind that doesn't go with consumer demand in hopes that it's going to generate money without really analyzing their industry. And I hear it time and time again. Oh, I have this great idea. I'm going to make a lot of money. And then when you look at what they have, it's nothing short of anything you haven't seen before.
I think the worst mistakes that some newbies come across is they're overpowering. It's like, oh, I'm this, that, and this, and I got this. I got so much traffic, and I can do so much for you, but it's all just empty promises. Why don't you just lay back, sit around, and watch people and see what they're doing, and maybe you can learn something and bring what you can to the table.
Seeing your first porn is one of those defining moments on your way to adulthood. Here are some early memories that have stood the test of time.
It was in French first, and it was like a whole 90s stuff, like with the big hair and the big hairs. And, and it was a girl. Well, it was a girl with her parents, but the girl was looking older than the mom. It was super boring. I watch some much better stuff right now that I got some friend in the porn, but yeah, whatever with the 90s stuff.
I remember the first magazine I ever saw was a Penthouse, and not video, but oh God, I was young too, so I won't say how old I was, but I remember my cousin had stolen it from his father, and we leafed through this Penthouse. I don't remember the girl's name, but I still remember what she was wearing. She was blonde, big tits, black pumps, and oh yeah, I won't forget that. It's still ingrained in my head. And we got caught, and we got spanked.
It was anime, and it was heterosexual anime. I was searching for a cartoon show that I watched, and I don't know how I downloaded that. I was really young, and I'm not going to disclose how old I was.
The first porn at all, I was probably like 8 years old. Just like the typical, you find a Penthouse magazine in your father's closet or something like that. Yeah, Bo Derek issue. That's my first real memory is a Bo Derek, whatever, Playboy Penthouse issue. That was like.
That's a good issue.
That was. If I'd known, I would have kept it and framed it or something.
That was in a theater in Paris when I was 19. That was the first theater, the first porn, because I was curious. That's the first porn I ever saw. It was weird because I was young and shy and inexperienced and just curious, and I was freaked the whole time. So.